We're back again on the Wellness Couch with myself, Dr. G, and a very, very, very important guest that's kicking off our Women's Month season with us. I had to be honest with you, a little bit wary of going the unconventional route, but since Women's Month is about us being real, keeping it real, and making sure that we're becoming more mindful of our own health as women, this topic for me is the best way to kick off Pandora's box. On this specific theme, I couldn't have chosen a better person. So Buyisile Mncina, a psychologist. Yes, I said it. We have a psychologist in the house. And yes, you've guessed right, you know where I'm going. I'm going to the deep parts of our souls, our minds, so that we can also tackle things that gets us in trouble as women. Buyisile, I'm so honored to have you. Thank you for being brave enough.
Thank you for having me.
To walk this journey with me. I can only imagine how many times you get to sit across a chair of a different kind, that's not a consulting room, to share insights of an incredibly private, confidential, and sometimes difficult topic.
Yes.
So I want to kick off this conversation by first understanding Ubui.
Yeah.
Where does Bui come from? Where did Bui grow up? And why psychology, girl?
Yeah, so thank you so much again. I grew up in Swaziland, in a nuclear family, mom, dad, siblings.
Yes.
And yeah, I spent my whole better part of my life there, primary and high school. In terms of psychology, it was a case of just being exposed. My parents exposed me a lot to camps, to taking up leadership roles. So with that, from a very young age, I learned how to, interact with people, emotional intelligence. I learned how to listen. I learned how to, hold people up in terms of how they've exposed themselves in confidence. Okay. So when I had to look for a career, it wasn't too far off. I often say that, being a psychologist, feels like an extension of myself. It feels like a calling more than a career.
Right.
So with that, it was a lot around how do I impact change? And not just with the individual, but how do I then kind of bundle that experience so that I can help in terms of the greater society, the ills that are present.
It's so interesting to me that a lot of the professions that emanate from the medical field were very devoted to imparting good. How does psychology, in particular as a field, impart good when it comes to the well-being of a community and a society and a country?
Yeah, I think it's important to understand that psychology has never actually been one that is community-focused. The mere fact of how psychology was introduced in South Africa was through apartheid, because a psychologist came up with apartheid. So it's more because they knew the impact of the psyche. They knew that if I fractured the psyche deep enough, it would take them years and years to kind of unlearn the things that I've kind of put together.
One of the things that I'm enjoying about you is your energy. Oh, you're oozing wusa.
Thank you.
How do you protect your sanity?
So you learn with time to create boundaries, and you learn with time to really separate yourself. And I had to be very intentional to say that my phone must kick itself into do not disturb mode at 6:30. Otherwise, I'm attending to things until 11.
Digital detox. So on that subject of dealing with people who juggle a lot of lives, and you yourself have just given us a sense of how you actually protect your peace of mind. There's certain cultures around mental health that I'm observing that, while filled with good intentions, have the potential of almost creating a new kind of imbalanced view of what being happy, healthy, and balanced should be. Two terms I want to ask you and put you on the spot for, and I apologize in advance, but these are very popular terms. The first one is #adulting. I'd love to know what the responsible interpretation of that from your point of view in terms of preserving mental health and not creating this culture of doing too much. The second term is a very interesting one, which is living your best life, and this aspirational kind of way we approach our lives, and how social media sometimes creates an image of what that living your best life should be. What is your take on those two cultural hashtags?
Yeah. So I'll start with living your best life.
Right.
For me, it's, are you living your true life? Because it's like, Yeah, best life is
Enough
like
said.
ideal. It's the ideal.
Right.
We're selling each other dreams, basically. But are you living your true life? Which is when the camera stops rolling, when you get home, when you open your door. Is that your true life, or are you met by the demons you don't want to face? So with the hashtags, the challenge is we use these hashtags to mask, then use them to advance ourselves, to say, this is how I celebrate effort.
Right.
If you're using the hashtag to celebrate effort, kudos.
Got you.
But if you're using it to mask an insecurity about yourself and the state of your life,
Right.
then it becomes problematic. Now, adulting, I think adulting, the way in which it has been embraced has been, accept the flaws of life.
Okay.
So
Okay.
today adulting won, which means I couldn't keep up.
Right.
And everyone gets you.
Right.
Everyone gets what you mean by adulting won.
I feel that.
Yeah. So for me, what adulting is an incomplete puzzle. Just let it be.
Let it be.
Let it be. Don't throw out the puzzle.
Right.
Just let it be incomplete and
Right.
be comfortable with that. So yeah. That's
I
what it is.
love your definition of adulting. Let it be. It's a grown-up approach
Yes.
to accepting the natural ebb and flow of
Yes.
life.
Yes.
I think I'm catching you. As we wrap up, your message for Women's Month.
So just rest. Don't quit. Just rest. Yeah.
I couldn't close this better. I am so thankful that I got an opportunity to just pick your brain on just one or two things. We and I are not finished.
Yeah.
The next phase of our journey is going to be a very, very important and extremely entertaining podcast. So please do stay. This Women's Month, you have to stay tuned to everything.
Yes.
But for now, we're going to wish you a phenomenal Women's Month. You are amazing. You are incredible. You are enough. And we thank you for reaffirming those very important and simple messages. We'll catch you later on the podcast. But for now, we're going to say bye from the couch.
Bye.